Kani kedai ke Batisi TV, bat pidang pet ya ke kubur baman kasni, belawan rasa pi tak ke rupa, ringkat bat ke orange Rynsan, lom sokpo near Fire Brigade Shillong.
New Nissan Kicks. Bookings open now.
Ban Pynsngewthuh ya kinong song ke jela, ban penan kam hok yala ka jong ka hok kum kinong song bapura jong kari India. Katnat sarkar ke berikmi ya kam election hakini ke jela Meghalaya, ringkat Chief Electoral Officer ke jela ba Frederick Roy Karkangor, kila Bteng ya ke Leit Pynsngewthuh pajba, halor kani ke benta, da ke belik perlong ya kita masa ke baharukom haki jika pajba, bat ban a jingkren halor kani ke pang, ban mi Leit Thep vote, bat ban pen amsap ya ke hok jongki, kamtam ya ki samla ki badang day hakasien ke baningkong ban yo Leit Thep vote. Si benta na kani ke jingkentu bat ke jing Pynsngewthuh pajba, ban Leit Thep vote, dang haka khandai terik mentau bana Ïaïong araja kat khandai. La pendong ru ya ke Rynsan Ïatai hapdeng ki riu pokmat jong kari India hi berakawai. Ki balai kren halor ke jing mentoy ban Leit Thep vote, bat ke jing donong la dapep Leit Thep vote. Haswa ban sedang ya kini ke Rynsan ke Thep kum ka Shillong talks. Ke bala perlong hasusutham auditorium Shillong, ha ke jelang pli ya kini ke Rynsan, la yo aru ke jing simkular na ki nong simenta ban Leit Thep vote ha kini ke election MP ke ban salong ha ka khatbai terik mentau bana Ïaïong arajar ka khandai. Bat ya kini ke jing simkular dalam keman dau additional Chief Electoral Officer jong ke jela URP Marang. Hadian kini la penbot pat sa ke jing sam khusnam si kinong job ha ke je ko baper bot sa ke jing kren now District Election Officer UE Bagotia IAS ke jing pun ko bura mi kisamla ki badang Thep vote akasien ke baningkong mentau snam nang ta ke jing IT ye ki braille epeng sa ikong berthat khar bat khaddo la yo jing kren now Chief Electoral Officer ke jela uba Frederick Roy Karkangor.
I'd just like to urge you to come and vote on April 11th and also remember that not voting is not a protest, but actually it's a surrender of your rights. So do engage. We were just sitting with Barji Lingdo just now and having a word that all these activities that we are doing, all these programs that we are doing is to ensure that we engage and that we connect with you so that there is no secession from your democratic rights, so that there is no secession from your constitutionally given rights. Much as parents who try to always engage young people in the family so that they do not disassociate themselves from the normal process. All these activities are basically geared towards associating you, engaging you, and connecting you so that all of you have a sense of belonging and move on to the next level, as Barji was just mentioning just now, move on to the next level of ownership. So this is the real motive of all these programs, which is to engage, which is to empower, and which is to help you express. And the theme of this program today, of this hashtag Go Vote, of which Shillong Talks will just follow now, is basically to power the voter so that you can empower the nation. Thank you very much.
Haka Rynsan Ïatai pat ke Thep kum ke Shillong talks, lai simenta de ki nyongot kri pokmat kari India hi berakawai. Bakan top ya ke wei ne kisamla ke badan ke jingajan bat kisamla kari kasamla asna charprana. Nang ta Chief Electoral Officer ke jela uba Frederick Roy Karkangor, Menteri Sarkar Barim ke jela Meghalaya uba Robert G Lingdo, ke wei ni kilong kami batrai na ke benta ke bahakamian jong ki breu ki badan jing dunah ki department ikong berthad khar ibalayo odiang ru ya ke kusnam pat masri nang ta wei ni ki dekhot jong ka RZIM Life Focus Society u Dr. Balaji Nongrom ke wei ni ki samla puli ha ke subject Media Tech na St. Anthony's College ke Victoria N Dau Lagupu bat usamla u badang puli BA ha St. Edmunds College usamla Andrew Jerwa.
At the very outset, it is quite encouraging to know that all the audience know when the date of polling is, which is April 11th. That's a nice way to start. So, as you all know, when we went to the polls last year for the assembly elections, that time our total electorate was about 18,43,000, and now, as per the latest figures, we are now 19,14,000 plus. So it's quite fitting that in 2019 we are 19 plus. So I'm thanks to all of you who sort of enrolled. The key thing for the electoral process, for the electoral machinery to run forward is to have people enrolled. So we are also quite happy to note that the number of women enrollment is higher than the male enrollment. So that way Meghalaya lives up to its name of being, you know, a highly sort of inclusive, you know, kind of, you know, in fact, it has a very inclusive kind of an environment that way. Of course, in terms of representation, there are things that can be said. But in terms of enrollment, I think it's on a positive track. Now, I'd like also to share with you a quick statistic that in terms of the ratio of young people enrolled to the total population, as per the final rolls, we were 76,000 plus. I think we would have gone up to about 80,000 now. And it represents about 4.6% to 5% of the electorate, which when you compare to the rest of India, it's quite high, because in other parts of India, the ratio of young people enrolled to the total electorate, it hovers between 1 to 2%. But in Meghalaya, it's about 4.6%. So a big shout out to the young people here who have enrolled in such large numbers. So we are quite active on social media, mostly on Facebook. Meghalaya is more Facebook-centric. Twitter, recently we have got onto Twitter. Instagram also partly, but it's mainly Facebook. But I also want to assure the young people that our engagement through social media will increase, because when we look back to previous campaigns like the Barack Obama campaign, it was mainly a campaign through social media. And so we are putting out a lot of audiovisual material on social media now to be able to engage with the with the young voter. So before I take up more time, I think I should hand over to the moderator back.
I think the first and foremost thing is the fact that this event is happening, which is reaching out to the youth, is in itself a testament to the fact that there is a lot more involvement, not only in this age group, but also age groups younger than us, preparing them for the next elections. The fact that me, myself, and Andrew, we are both seated on this panel with such eminent figures is also another testament to the fact that the youth is involved, and it is not a shocking factor, but the government does care about this age group. For me, when I was, and I'm so humbly obliged, but when I was invited for this panel, I asked around a lot of my friends in my college and as to whether they are going to be participating in this vote, or how do they feel about it, so that I had a more diverse questionnaire to look back from when I represent this age group to the audience as well as the office sitting here. And what I got was, before, the ideology was we hate politics, we hate anything related to politics, we don't want to be involved. Anything that even starts with the intonation of being politics is unnecessary, evil, and something that they're not behind. Which is, again, a very dangerous idea to have when the fate of the country is in your hands and in your vote. So I asked them how that opinion changed to them now, wanting to vote. I think it's because of the essence of protection that the electoral office has done. I'm a media student, so it is very important, the fact that we are media literate. And through our course, we've found that number one, the guideline that the Chief Electoral Office provided, which said that, there will be a restriction on the amount of social media content will be given to us, made us feel like, the Electoral Office actually cares. Not only about the fact that we are being enrolled and we are being voted, we are voting, etc., but the fact that they care about us enough that we are not bombarded with fake news. We are not bombarded with fake promises, because at the end of the day, when it's coming towards the election time, it's more like a courting process, a wooing process, where the politicians go like, we will give you 10,000 jobs and 10 crores in your SBI ATM and your bank account if you vote for me. But because of the fact that you have protected our rights and cared about us enough to not only enroll us, but also make sure that we are empowered with the knowledge that, we can make the choice on our own. It is not forced down upon our throat when we watch a YouTube video with an ad that plays 18 seconds long telling us to vote for one particular party. That shows us that you care. And I think that is the essence of why the turnout is such an impressive rate in Meghalaya, but also the turnout is such in India because the electoral office cares.
As the other young people said, that it makes them feel that they also have a role. They are at par with other people to take part in whatever social and political duties that we have. I cannot give the statistics. I think it also includes adults who had never been enrolled before because, as I said, they felt that they should not be part of this. And we cannot blame also some families, depends on where they come from, urban areas, rural areas. They feel that, this is meant only for those people who can see, who can hear, who can walk, who can do things like other people. But now through accessible elections, we are more aware. The community is more aware that we can do differently. I have an epic card which none of you would have here. I can boast that. Okay? But it conveys the same message. Yeah? And I'll do the same thing. I'll cast my vote. So aren't we doing the same thing? It doesn't matter how we do it. Right? So this is what the message that we want to give out to our people with disabilities. That, all right, we might feel bad because we can't see, people have to lead us, people have to carry us. I sit in a wheelchair, everybody looks. I use sign language because I cannot communicate through speech. But then it's high time. And this realization has come very much when more and more people with disabilities are educated.
I heard there was a secret code that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor falls and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. It's not a cry that you at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light to call out to broken hallelujah. Hallelujah.
The whole 5 years pass on just like that. And when the same people come again to the people, they don't even mention the manifesto that they had put forward the last time. And they don't even, the people don't question what percentage of those promises made in the manifesto have actually been fulfilled. So I'm glad that the election is moving from an emotional process to a very intellectual process. I think that can be the saving grace for democracy as a whole. And as we see election promises being fulfilled, then I think the engagement of the people also will become better. Then the ownership that the people take of the election process will also be better. And once the ownership is felt, once people feel like this is ours, it is for us, then I think these other incendiary motivation that is given, on the side, whether it is we belong to the same clan, or whether it is an exchange of Gandhiji photographs, all that will not be as important any longer, because it has moved. It has moved from emotional to intellectual. People are actually understanding that now these people who we are voting are going to be tried later on according to the promises that they have made and their fulfilling of these promises. I think that is the biggest step that I heard today, and it really gives me so much joy. It really gives me so much hope, because I know then once people, these young people, once they get involved in this process, I feel that the others, especially the older ones who have been so easily swayed by emotions in the past, will also start using the intellects. I thank the young lady and the young man here for giving me this hope.
Sneng guitars and sound again.